Kia ora i te whānau. This book was provided by Minosa in my class, and it's called Little Rabbit Goes to School. It's by Harry Horse. Little Rabbit Goes to School. When Little Rabbit woke up, he knew that it was a special day. Today was his first day at school. Little Rabbit got Charlie Horse up out of bed. "Come on, Charlie Horse," said Little Rabbit. "You have to go to school." He brushed Charlie Horse's tail and tied on a red ribbon. He took Charlie Horse along to show Mama. "Now we are big," said Little Rabbit proudly. "We are going to school." "Maybe Charlie Horse should stay at home with me," said Mama. "I don't think wooden horses go to school." But Little Rabbit would not listen. "No, Mama," he said. "Charlie Horse wants to go to school." Mama gave Little Rabbit his lunchbox and told him not to open it till lunchtime. "I won't, Mama," cried Little Rabbit. Little Rabbit skipped along after his brothers and sisters. "Come along, Charlie Horse," said Little Rabbit. "Don't be late for school." Soon Charlie Horse needed to stop for a rest. He wanted to open the lunchbox and take a look inside. But he didn't like the lettuce sandwiches, so Little Rabbit had to eat them. And he didn't like the carrot cakes, so Little Rabbit had to eat them too. "Come along, Little Rabbit," called his brothers and sisters. "We'll be late for school." "It's Charlie Horse. He's making me late," said Little Rabbit. "Come along, Charlie Horse. Stop making me late." School was much bigger than Little Rabbit thought. His new teacher, Miss Morag, was very pleased to see him. She did like Charlie Horse. Miss Morag showed Little Rabbit his new classroom. He was very shy. Everybody turned to look at him and Charlie Horse. "This is Little Rabbit," said Miss Morag. Miss Morag sat down and read them a story called The Bad Rabbits. And even though it was a good story, Little Rabbit could not keep Charlie Horse still. Charlie Horse wanted to gallop over the fields. He galloped across Benjamin. He galloped over Rachel. He even galloped over Miss Morag's shoes. Little Rabbit pulled him back. Miss Morag let Charlie Horse rest on her desk while Little Rabbit painted a picture. After painting, they sang a song. It was called, "If You Need a Friend, Just Whistle." Little Rabbit liked singing. Miss Morag said he was a good whistler, too. But she didn't like it when Charlie Horse jumped off the table and danced, and she made Charlie Horse sit in the corner for the rest of the song. Next, they made little cakes, but Charlie Horse was naughty and jumped in the cake mix. Miss Morag did not like Charlie Horse in the cake mix. She had to give him a bath. Then the little rabbits began to play games. They scampered and hopped in the meadow, they dug holes, and they chased each other through the long grass. But Little Rabbit played alone with Charlie Horse. He did not share him with Benjamin. He did not let Rachel play with him either. "Charlie Horse does not want to play with you," said Little Rabbit. Miss Morag rang the bell for lunch. All the rabbits opened their lunch boxes. But when Little Rabbit looked for his, he began to cry. "What's the matter, Little Rabbit?" asked Miss Morag. "Somebody has eaten my lunch," cried Little Rabbit, "and now I have none." "You can have some of mine," said Benjamin. "Don't cry, Little Rabbit. You can have some of mine too," said Rachel. Little Rabbit shared lunch with his new friends. When they'd finished, he let them play with Charlie Horse. "Charlie Horse likes you best," said Little Rabbit. After lunch, Miss Morag took some of the little rabbits on a nature walk. Charlie Horse came along too. "Couldn't we just leave Charlie Horse behind?" said Miss Morag. "No, miss," said Little Rabbit. "Charlie Horse likes nature walks too." On the way, Charlie Horse found a beautiful flower. Miss Morag would like that flower, thought Little Rabbit. So he let go of Benjamin's hand and followed Charlie Horse instead. "Look what we found, Miss Morag," said Little Rabbit. But when he looked round, nobody was there. "Where is everybody?" cried Little Rabbit. Even with Charlie Horse, he felt all alone. Little Rabbit dragged Charlie Horse along a path in the woods. He lost a shoe. His coat got caught on a prickle bush. "This is all your fault, Charlie Horse," said Little Rabbit. "You made me lose my way. Now I shall never find my way back." Then Little Rabbit remembered the song that Miss Morag had taught him and began to sing it. "If you need a friend, just whistle," sang Little Rabbit. His song rang out in the dark woods. Just as he began to whistle, that's when he heard Miss Morag calling him. Little Rabbit ran. Miss Morag picked Little Rabbit up, and they all went back to school. When they got back to school, Mama and Papa were waiting for him, ready to go home. And on the way, Little Rabbit told them all about school and, best of all, his new friends. I can't wait to go to school again, said Little Rabbit. But tomorrow, Charlie Horse can stay at home with you, Mama. He's too naughty for school. What a good idea, said Mama. Little Rabbit Goes to School by Harry Horse. Thank you, Minosa. Thank you for listening, everyone. Ciao for now.